Hello, beautiful people. Today I'm going to share with you how I back test to become better at trading. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. It's definitely going to be a short video. So here I'm on Euro USD on a weekly time frame. And as I stated, you know, when I'm about to back test, I still go through the motions as if I'm trading the real time market. I start on my weekly time frame to get an overall sense of what the market is doing. As you can see, we're in a downtrend. The reason why I know that is because the market is trending down, making lower lows. Actually, as you can see here, it was making higher highs and now it had gotten to a peak and it didn't break this point. So I'll be looking for sells, trading with the trend. Remember, the trend is your friend. Okay, so right now I will be looking for my POI candle, which is my candle that was the last buying candle for sales that pushed the market down. So the market, this was the last candle that went up before the market dropped. I usually box up this candle right here. This is your basic supply and demand type of training. And then what I'll also do is I'll go ahead and drop to a lower time frame. I also like to kind of put the weekly, the lowest point between these two zones, just in case there's an opportunity for a buy. Now notice my zone is quite huge. I do like to refine it so that it's not too big. However, there's a possibility I get some reaction off this zone. As you can see, there's a bearish engulfing candle. Within this zone, I'll still look for the same concept because now I have a little bit more candles to work with. And I'm looking for, once again, the last buying candle right here before the market dropped and broke structure. What is structure? Structure is where the market had bounced up, respected a line, a trend line, excuse me, or zone. So right here it bounced up and then it broke through, and now when the market returned, it rejected off and it bounced back. So I'm gonna mark that area usually from wick to body. I like to do zones, not so much resistance and support lines. And then I'm gonna also drop to a lower time frame because if I'm looking for a sale, I'm not a swing trader, so I'm not gonna be looking to take trades on those higher time frames. One of the things I am going to do is show you, okay, on the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to analyze, okay, this market broke below this zone, this red line, and it's in my weekly support area. So I'm going to get rid of this red line. It's in my weekly support area. A couple things that I noticed that there is an M pattern. As you know, M's typically are for sells, W's are for buys. So that's another confirmation I'm looking at. And then I'm also looking at, okay, while I'm in the zone, what are the candles are telling me? Here I have my highest point, so some rejection. There was a big rally, and then as you can see, the closer we got to the zone, the candle started to dwindle down. This was the last selling candle before the market had pushed up. You have an indecision candle, which also tells me that there's a possibility that the market could be turning. I'm going to mark this last selling candle because I'm looking for sell opportunities. And as you can see, this market had closed below this candle. And typically, well, when it does this, I'm on a 2-hour time frame. So let me point that out. Usually I do this on a two-hour time frame. And my goal is the minute it breaking close below, I wait for the pullback and I take the sell. So what I'm practicing on though, so let's back this up. So typically this is my entry. This is my setup on a 2-hour time frame. This is my high point. This is my last candle that actually pushed. Well, this is the safer point because this was an area where there was a pause, and these were a lot of indecision candles. I would prefer to use this to confirm that the trend is ready to sell versus those little candles up there. And so when this candle closed below, I would have been waiting for a retest. So you have your break of structure, pull back, wait for the pullback, and then take the entry. Now what I'm working on, and this is how you get better with entries and solidifying your rules, is like, okay, well, that sounds pretty good. So what am I looking for? Well, okay, what strategies are you using? Head and shoulders? Are you using supply and demand? Are you using M's and W's? Like, you can still use the same strategy on a lower time frame for entries. And for me, I have decided to backtest trend lines and see how that will work. So right now, if I was to take this on a lower time frame, so let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger for you guys. And my theory is, okay, well, let me try and work this with trend lines. So as you know, 2 points create a trend line, 3 validates the trend. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this lowest point here and here. And typically, the way I was told to draw a trend line is to use this tool right here and land it on that lowest point, and where it first touches is where you stop. Now, obviously, I'm gonna back this up a little bit and pretend that none of this has happened, because I want to show you why I'm doing this. So right here, we're here on the 2 hour where the market hasn't broke structure. And like I said before, if I wanted to see how to analyze this on a lower time frame, this is what I would do. And so now I'm waiting for 2 confirmations. On the 10-minute time frame, I'm looking for the market to close below my zone, my support area, and to break my trend line. So let's move this market forward real quick. And bam, I have some action is at my zone, and I finally have my break and close below the trend line and the support level. Now, this is where I'll back test and say, okay, what are my candlestick confirmations to let me know that it's okay to sell this market? And at what point? I use engulfing candles. As you can see, you have your lovely and bearish engulfing candle right here. My previous strategy was to do the 50% of that candle, but I've also learned that you can take entry here and entry here. Okay. Now, I am on a lower time frame, so just know that the market will eventually pull back. If I wanted to take a market execution, it would be at the close of this candle, and then I will be in the trade and take it down for until the next level. The next level for me, meaning look left, do I see a possible inverted head and shoulder or the next support zone? Okay, a couple areas where the support zone for me may mean like this area right here where you have, oops, this is the wrong tool, I'm sorry. Where you have the market actually came back to this area, bounced off, and pushed back up, okay? Excuse me, sorry about that. Or for those who like to trade the starting point, which is in another video, you could use these small little interruptions to take profit. Or for those who love fibs, which I am one of those people who love fibs, I can easily go back to my 2 hour time frame, look for my swing low to swing high, find where I think the market will retrace back to, and take TP there, which is the 0.5, which actually lines up with my support level that I picked up. So that's how I back test. This is how I practice to get better. And as you can see, I took profit here. And now it is back at that zone where I said you could take entry, your first and second. As you can see, in this particular case, this is the perfect example where I actually would have did a market. I'm practicing on market executions down to the zone here, which matches up with my fib levels on the higher time frame. And remember, I said you'll get your pullback. Sometimes this is immediate, sometimes it's not. And if it's not, well, at some point it came back here, rejected off this level, which is now real resistance level, and then it came back down to this area as well. So I hope you guys find some value in this video. The main thing I want you to get is figure out what is your confirmations for entry. Make it rule based, okay? And remember, you can use your candlestick formation, whether that's the engulfing candle, your morning star, just analyzing the momentum of the sizes of the candle. What is it doing when it gets to a certain zone? Is it getting bigger? Or the candles getting bigger or smaller? Or even just using a simple strategy that you use on your bigger time frame. So if I wanted to use the swing low candlestick pattern or strategy to entry, you could go ahead and back test and see if that worked for you. So I hope you guys have found value in this video. It's a short video where I'm back testing trend lines and support levels and confirmations of the candlesticks. And hopefully this will help you in your journey. All right, you guys. Until next time, stay tuned. Good luck. Happy trading. Take care.